All right, welcome baseball fans. Here we are ready to get going in this regional semifinal game here at Carson Park here tonight against Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Will be taking on the Spring Valley Cardinals. Immanuel Lutheran enters the game with a 14-2 record, ranked number 9 in Division 4. They did secure the number 1 seed in the region, so they did not have a first round game. Got a bye. Spring Valley enters the contest with a 6-14 record, per bound, ranked number 57 in Division 4. They did win a 2-1 game in their regional opening round game. They hosted over in Spring Valley against Augusta. They won 2-1. Pitchers duel. We'll be seeing Will Biggs will be pitching for Spring Valley. He was the pitcher in their win last week. He held Augusta to no runs in 6 innings, and then I think he got to his pitch count limit, and they brought in a different pitcher for the last inning. But Immanuel, will see him again on the mound. For Immanuel, you'll see Derek Wales on the bump to get us started here tonight. Jake Zimmerman behind the dish, Tanner Quaid at first, Landon Hammond at second, Cam Nelson at short, Seth Bernthal at third, Caden Lillo on left, Sawyer Siddle in center, and Owen Albrecht in sunny right field. There's a little bit of sun there tonight. So to get us started here, Derek in his first pitch. That's a fastball, hit, fly ball down the right field line. Tanner Quaid racing back will not get there. So that'll be strike one, foul ball down the right field line. Good to see 24 people joining us for the game here tonight. Hopefully audio is coming through okay, and you can enjoy the beautiful night at Carson Park. A little bit warm, I don't know, 80 degrees, not awful, but it is sunny. Right field and second baseman and first baseman, they're going to have to contend with that here for at least the next hour and a half or so. That's a line drive up the middle. That is going to be a hit for Spring Valley to start off the game. So they came out swinging here. 2 strikes, 2 swings, got a hit on the board, and a base runner for Spring Valley. So that was Jake Hannick. He's a junior, batting .242 on the year, but now we'll go to, let me see here, Asher Turner. He's their center fielder, I believe, tonight. A 140 average hitter on the year. That's a off-speed pitch curveball for strike 1 to Asher Turner. So runner on first, Quaid over there, holding him on. Wales takes a long look. And the 0-1, that's a bunt right up the middle. He's going to go 1 with it. All right, I got the out. So that's a sacrifice bunt. Nice work there to get the runner over to second. I think the Spring Valley probably realizes you got to take advantage of any opportunity you might have to get something on the board with the Wales on the hill. So this is Will Biggs. He's going to be pitching tonight, and he is their best hitter and best pitcher from the statistics that are out there on Bound. 327 hitter on the year with 17 hits. That's the most out of anybody on Spring Valley's team this year. All right, the 0-1 off speed. That'll be strike 1. All right, so Jake Hannick's over there at second base. Try to strand him there. We got 1 out here in the top of the first. And the 0-1 delivery. Open the zone, got him swing. That will be strike 2. Nice pitch by Wales. Good pop on that fastball. Got him to chase one up in the zone there. Kind of a half check swing. Could not hold himself back, and that will be strike 2. So Wales way up here on Biggs. Looking for, that's low. That'll get by Zimmerman. All right. I think that's going to probably be a pass ball there. Can handle that one. So runner advances to third with a 1-2 count to Biggs here. All right, so runner on third, the 1-2 delivery to Biggs. That will be fouled straight back into the net here right next to us, and it will stay on the ledge. So we'll have to reach over and grab that one here between innings. So the count remains at 1-2. Infield is in now. Going to try to cut off any run at home. That's a curveball. Hung with it, and that's going to get through the wickets with Lillo. So hard hit. Ground ball / line drive between short and third. And then it got through the legs there at left field, so that's a single with an error to advance. And that will be an RBI, so the Spring Valley gets on the board early here. And Biggs ends up on second. Quick timeout by Zimmerman to kind of get the guys together and get regrouped. So two hits here already for Spring Valley. They're doing a nice job. I mean, their average on the year is only 196, but hey, put the ball in play. They've gotten the good barrels on two pitches here so far. And this will bring their cleanup here. Colin Dykhouse to the bat. He's a senior designated hitter. He's batting .204 on the year. Alright, so again, runner on second with one out. Yeah. First pitch to Dykhouse from Wales. Up and out of the zone for ball number one. Alright, so Lancers having to weather something here with Spring Valley putting a run on the board, getting a couple of hits. That's up in the zones, throw that one by him there to even up the count at 1-1. Alright, the 1-1 delivery. Up and out of the zone for ball two. Good job by Zimmerman to flag that one down. Keep that runner at second. Two one, outside pitch. It's probably going to get out of play. Yep, it will. Okay, foul ball. They're leaving up the count at 2-2. Kind of unconventional leadoff there at second base, starting way behind the base, and then runs forward. That is up, and that's probably going to get out of play too. It's close by the dugout. No, it's getting over. All right. So another one, kind of carbon copy of the last foul ball there, which will keep the count evened up at 2-2 here at Dykhouse. Pretty good turnout tonight. I saw number of folks down there in the grandstand on a beautiful sunny early June night. So the 2-2 delivery from Wales here. Here we will, yeah. We'll check them there at second. Two. That'll be another hit to right field. Albert's going to have to come up throwing. He bobbles it. He will not have a chance. All right, that'll score Dykhouse. So a nice hit there by Dykhouse between first and second. Good barrel on that. That'll score the second run of the inning. So that'll be the third hit for Spring Valley here early on in this one. That'll bring up junior Braden Gregg. He's their first baseman. I almost hesitate to give the average because they're obviously hitting better than what their average and their statistics would tell you. So it is what it is. So we got one out. That one up in the zone. Got that one by him. So that'll get one strike. We have one out on that sacrifice bunt, the second hitter of the inning. So there we have Dykhouse at first, Gregg at the plate, one out, a 1 count. Outside for ball one, even up the count. We'll check him out first, and that will calls timeout. Alright, so Spring Valley's off to a nice start here. Hopefully we can get out of this inning here. Outside for ball two. So a 2-1 count here. Gregg. And just inside for ball 3, so 3-1. Pretty close. Must have just missed on the inside and low area. So the 3-1 delivery here. That'll be fouled off, out of play. Get us to a full count. Okay, so full count, 1 out. Runner on first. Wales with the delivery. Must have been low, I guess. Couldn't tell from up here, but that's the way it was called. So that'll be first walk of the game, and that'll advance the runner to second. So Mason Winger, third baseman junior, comes to the plate here with runners on first and second, and 1 out. That'll be fouled straight back. Alright, Wales looking to bounce back here. Don't see a lot of walks from Wales, so I'm sure he'll bounce back here with the next batter. So the 0-1 delivery, that's up, and got him to chase for strike 2. So the 0-2 to Winger here with a helicopter flying over. Got the inside corner there. Strikeout looking. Got a helicopter going right over the stadium here. So that'll be out number 2. That'll bring Toby Schaefer, senior second baseman, to the plate here. Left-handed hitter with runners on first and second. That'll be strike number 1. Second pitch, threw that one by him for strike number 2. So that strikeout by Wales gets him to 108 on the season strikeouts. It's quite a season so far for Wales. And the 0-2 delivery with 2 outs. That will not. Tried to get him to chase up high fastball, did not. So that'll be 1-2 count. Looks like our helicopter's coming back by us. Alright, 1-2 delivery. Get ticked back, and that will be a strikeout for the 3rd out. So Immanuel's got to bounce back. Spring Valley does a nice job. He gets 3 hits, 1 error, 2 guys left on base, and score 2 runs. So we knew we got to score to win a game. So here we go. Put some pressure on the boys to get some base runners and score some runs. At the end of the first half inning, Spring Valley up 2-0. All right, familiar batting lineup for the Lancers, with just probably one little change from what we've seen in the past here, with Nikolai DHing for Hammett here tonight in the 8th spot. Otherwise, the lineup seems very similar to what we've seen in the last few games. Leading off will be Derek Wales. So Derek is batting .352 on the season, and scored the most runs of anybody on the team, and an on-base percentage of .436. He'll be facing Will Biggs again. He's pitched the most innings out of anybody for Spring Valley, 50 out of their 120, and that will be strike one on Wales. Yeah, he's pitched 50 innings, a 5-4 record, and 71 strikeouts in those 50 innings. Again, he was the one who pitched on their first round game, 6 innings against Augusta, and held them to no runs. Wales swings on that one, fouls it back over the grandstand toward third base. So 0-2, quickly up on Wales here, 0-2. So the 0-2 delivery to Wales. Yep, see some off speed there. Outside. Did not look like a curveball. I'm not quite sure if he was trying to throw a knuckle or some kind of changeup. Try to be able to see if we can see it later on. And that was a fastball up and out high to even up the count 2-2. All right, so count is now evened up here to Wales. 2-2 delivery. That is a line drive down the left field line. That will get into left field past the third baseman. Wales rounds. Nice job by Wales. Pushing that one to left field. Hit it well. Just got by the outstretched glove of the third baseman down the left field line. And that'll bring junior Jake Zimmerman, their catcher tonight. Typical in the second spot to the plate. Jake has been on a tear here lately. He's been hitting real well. He's up to a .352 average after kind of a slow start early on in the year, but he had 3 hits the other night over there in Elmwood, Plum City. So it comes to the plate with nobody out and Wales on first. Wales is going. That's a hard hit ground ball. That's going to find a hole between third and short. So we had Wales stealing. Zimmerman got a good one to hit and hit one into left field there. Alright, that brings Cam Nelson to the plate. Cam has had a great year, hitting .491 now. He's just had a really good year. He has by far the most singles on the team at 26. And so we're runners on first and second with nobody out. Nelson at the plate. That will be high for ball number 1. Yeah, so Nelson's on base percentage .550 on top of that, 26 hits and 16 RBIs. So hopefully keep that going here tonight. Good, nice big hole there between first and second. Hopefully can slip something over there. Nope, that's outside for ball 2. Good job by Nelson being patient after those 2 hits by Wales and Zimmerman. So now I can be a little bit choosy at 2-0 count. Up to 42 viewers. Welcome everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying this game here. Beautiful night at Carson Park. So the 2-0 delivery here to Nelson. That will be, it's okay. Inside. Couldn't be handled by the catcher, but evidently it was a strike. So a little bit unconventional way to get a strike. I don't know if they got a little mix up on the call there, but that will be a strike. For 2-1 count now to Nelson. All right, inside pitch, got him swinging a miss there. All right, so that'll even up the count here to Nelson. 2-2 count, shaking off the first sign. Maybe he's coming back with off speed here. We'll see. Nope, fastball, got him looking. That will be a strikeout looking for the first out of the ball game. All right, so that'll bring Sawyer Siddle, our center field, junior center fielder, to the plate, batting .385 on the year with a .443 on base percentage. Had a good night last game, had 3 hits against Elmwood Plum City. So now we got 1 out, runner still on first and second to Siddle. That'll be outside for ball number 1. Good job by the catcher, freshman catcher there to wrangle that one. That one was had wild pitch written all over it, but he was able to jump out there and snag that one for keep the runners on first and second. All right, so the 1-0 delivery to Cito. Runner goes. That is hit to right field. He's going to go try to tag up, but he's not going to be able to. All right, so unfortunately, that's going to be a fly out to right on the ball where Wales probably could have normally tagged up, but he was stealing on the pitch, so he had to race back there to second. So that brings Seth Bernthal, our sophomore third baseman, to the plate. So that's had a good year. Also, he's batting. He's up to 400 now on the year. Doing a great job. He's brought some good pop to the lineup here with a couple home runs in the season. So now 2 outs. Runners on first and second. That'll be a hit to center field. That'll score Wales. And Zimmerman's going to go to third also. All right. He's going to hold him up. Yep, and he's better get back. All right. All right, so center fielder misplayed that one. It was for sure going to score one anyway, but that error allowed Zimmerman to advance to third also. But great job by Bernthal. It'll be a single to center with advancing on the error. So we got ourselves a run, which is great, and that'll be 2 outs. A little straight back up the middle. All right. So that'll be, Willow got a good barrel on it, but that will end the inning for the Lancers. Lancers got themselves 1, 2, 3 hits. They were able to score 1 run, take advantage of 1 error that didn't end up counting against Spring Valley much. But yeah, so now at the end of 1, Spring Valley up 2-1. All right, so that'll bring us to the top of the second here. Number 8 batter in the Spring Valley lineup, Wyatt Smith, a senior left fielder. Wyatt Smith's batting 194 on the year with 8 walks, most walks by anybody on the team, so a little bit selective at the plate it looks like. But he'll get a Spring Valley here started in the top of the second with Spring Valley up 2-1. That will be swung and tipped back into the waiting glove of Zimmerman for strike number 1. Great job by the Lancers to bounce back, get on the board after Spring Valley came out and scored a couple quick ones there in the top of the first. So that one just missed on the outside corner to even up the count at 1-1. Oh, that's again a tip back into the waiting glove of Zimmerman. So here's Wales with the 1-2 delivery. Tried to get him to chase up in the zone, did not. So that will even up the count at 2-2. right, the 2-2 delivery. Off speed, got him looking, and that will be strikeout looking for out number 1. Good job by Wales. Get us an out. First early out's huge. This is bring the number 9 batter. Bring the number 9 batter to the plate here, Landon Forster, a freshman. Yeah, 250 batter on the year. Hasn't played a ton of games for Springville. I only list him as playing 5 games so far of their about 20 or so that they've played. All right, so this will be even up the count at 1-1. All right, so that we fouled back. Again, Spring Valley up 2-1. I see somebody in the comments asked for a score update, but that's what it is. Here in the top of the second was Spring Valley at the plate. Hopefully my audio is coming through. Give me a thumbs up if it is. And the 1-2 delivery, that would be strike 3. Struck out looking and thrown into right field. All right. Trying to mix up the throwing it around the horn. Usually they go to third first. Tonight they're going to first. First one worked out, second one did not. So that would be third strikeout in a row for Wales here. And we'll bring back to the top of the order with Jake Hannock. He hit that single to center field in his first at-bat. Alright, so the 1-0 delivery from Wales. Off speed, missed in the dirt, 2-0. Alright, that's another line drive up the middle. That's another hit for Hannock. Alright, he's having himself a game tonight. Got 2 good barrels, both the center field. So we got a 2-out base runner for Spring Valley. This will bring Asher Turner, center fielder, to the plate. He had the sacrifice bunt in the first inning. So that'll be the 4th hit for Spring Valley on the night. That one's outside for ball number 1. Alright, the 1-0 delivery from Wales. That will be fouled back to even up the count. The 1-1 delivery from Wales. That'll be up in the zone. Got him chasing for strike 2. Yeah, Spring Valley's a very junior and senior heavy team, kind of opposite of what their basketball team was this year. Very young basketball team, as I recall us playing them in the winter. But baseball's a different story. That will be, yes, I caught him on the check swing for strike number 3. So that's 3 strikeouts for Wales in the second. Good bounce back by Derek. Gave up the 1 hit, but good job throwing a lot of strikes. And so we go to the bottom of the second. Spring Valley up 2-1. All right, here we go in the bottom of the second. That'll bring right fielder junior number 5, Owen Albrecht, to the plate here in the bottom of the second against Biggs. Albrecht, let me just see if I can get his stats here. Number 5, a 280 hitter on the year, 400 on base percentage. Swing and missed on off speed there for strike number 1. Owen of late's had some nice bunts, beat out some nice infield signals, had some nice line drives. Yeah. So the 0-1 delivery here at Albrecht. That'll be fastball outside for even up the count at 1-1. All right, the 1-1 to Albrecht. That will be inner part of the plate fastball followed straight back. All right, that'll get us 2 strikes on Albrecht. All right, the 1-2 delivery here to Albrecht. That's a line drive right at the third baseman, though. Good job, Albrecht. He hung with that curveball. Got a good barrel on it. Unfortunately, line out to the third baseman for our first out of the inning. So here's the change for tonight. Trace Nikolai, sophomore, who's our DH for the night, will be batting for Lim Hammett in the number 8 spot. All right, looks at strike number 1. All right, and the 0-1 pitch here to Nikolai. Takes him off speed. Got to follow that one back. 0-2 count now to Nikolai. And the 0-2. That'll be swing and miss in the dirt. He could run, but he is not. So anyway, he is out. Strikeout for out number 2 this inning. And that'll bring junior first baseman Tanner Quaid to the plate. Tanner has the most walks on our team. 12 on the year. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That'll be outside for ball number 1. And the 1-0 delivery to Quaid. Swing and miss up in the zone, even up the count, 1-1. Swing and miss for strike 2. All right. So 1-2 count here to Quaid. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Quaid calls timeout. All right, now the 1-2 delivery here to Quaid. Swing and miss for strike 3. He will be tagged out. Ball in the dirt. All right, well, that'll end the inning for the Lancers. 3 up, 3 down. 2 strikeouts for Biggs. That'll get us to 2 complete with Spring Valley up 2-1. Okay, that'll get us to the top of the third. It'll be their third spot in the order. That'll be pitcher Will Biggs. He had a nice line drive RBI single to left in the first inning. Yeah. So Will did a nice job at the bottom part of that lineup especially. He got 4 straight strikeouts at the bottom part of the lineup and had another one at the number 2 batter last inning. So now back to the heart of their order here. Biggs just missed outside. First one missed quite a bit. The second one was right there, pretty close in the corner. Could have gone either way, but it will go 2 balls, 0 strikes. That will be a strike. All right, good job by Wales. So now the 2-1. In the dirt, tried to get him to chase. He did not, so that will get the count to 3-1. Shout out to Matt Gura. Thanks for the plug there, buddy. In the chat. All right, good job by Wales there. Inside part of the plate. Nice fastball there to get us to full count. And swing and miss. Nice job by Wales. Nice job coming back from, I think it was 2-0 count. Nice job coming back. Get Spring Valley's best hitter out swinging there for out number 1. So Wales is rolling here. Get to the cleanup man for Spring Valley, Colin Dykehouse. DH. He had a nice RBI single in the first inning also. I think a line drive to center field that scored Biggs. That'll be fouled back up and over the grandstand. So nice getting that first out. Good job by Wales. Getting that first out of the inning here at the heart of the order for Spring Valley. And the 0-1 delivery from Wales. That will be strike 2. Up and in, nice spot. So we have 2 strikes. Wales shaking off Zimmerman. He wants something else. We'll see what he's coming with. That's off speed. That's a check swing line drive. It's a Quaid. The only issue there was going to be if the sun got in his eyes. He battled it. That's a sunny spot right now. Low sun just outside of the shade of the grandstand and the trees beyond Carson Park here. So that'll get us to 2 outs on that. We'll call it a line drive with the first baseman. We'll bring Braden Gregg to the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. That first pitch is a swing and ticked back into the waiting glove of Zimmerman. The 0-1 from Wales. That'll be strike 2. All right. Working efficient. Like to see it. 2 outs here in the top of the third. The 0-2 from Wales. Off speed. Hung with it, but that is a fly ball to center field. Here's Sawyer calling that one, and that will be out number 3. So nice, efficient inning from Lancers and from Wales. That'll get us to the bottom of the third. Spring Valley continues to lead 2-1. Okay, getting us started here in the bottom of the third. We're back to the top of the order with sophomore Derek Wales at the plate. He had a nice line drive, single down the left field line his first at bat and scored the Lancers' sole run so far. And so looking to get us started here in the top of the third. Big still on the mound for Spring Valley. Been doing a good job. First baseman's really playing shallow. I imagine they might be thinking, trying to take away the bunt from Wales maybe. But could give the opportunity to hit a nice hard ground ball or line drive past that first baseman there at first. First pitch was in the dirt for ball one. Second one fouled straight back. Ooh, that's close by. Hopefully all you at home didn't flinch as much as I did. So that one was just next door here. Thank you, Derek, for waking me up. So that will even up the count at 1-1. That was off-speed curveball in the dirt. He hung off of that one. Good job by Wales. Nice pitch. But in the end, it's a ball. That'll bring us to a 2-1 count. That's a line drive up the middle. Good job by Wales. That's another hit for Wales. Good job. Line drive up the middle, just past the pitcher, past the shortstop into center field. So again, Wales does a job, gets us a base runner to get the inning started. Zimmerman to the plate in his first at bat. He saw one pitch and he decided to rip that thing into left field. Nice hard ground ball for a hit in the first inning. We shall see if they send Wales. No, they were. Well, he kind of flinched there a little bit, but he did get back in time. So, first pitch to Zimmerman. Wales goes. Fake bunt, strike, and no throw to second. Okay. So fake bunt, called strike one. So 0-1 count to Zimmerman, and now the Wales at second base. And so we get Wales in a scoring position in the one pitch. And now get the hot hitting Zimmerman to the plate here to hopefully drive him in. And the 0-1 delivery. It's inside for ball. Evens it up at 1-1. So both Spring Valley and Immanuel have 4 hits on the night. So Wales even that up. That's going to be a step through fake throw to second to get Wales back. Nobody there to field a throw, but it did get Wales to dive back safely in a second. Wales did try to attempt to steal third on a fly out to right in the last inning. He had to go back, but we'll see what he has here. Nope, not going. That's just outside for ball one. Pretty close, but just outside. Good eye by Zimmerman. All right, so the 2-1 delivery now to Zimmerman. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. I don't think we're going to have a chance to tag on that one either. So that will be for our first out of the inning. Fly ball to center field. That'll bring Nelson to the plate. He had an unusual strikeout his first at bat. He's only had 4 on the year and 53 at bats, so by far the lowest percentage of strikeouts I think on the team, maybe him or Zimmerman. But he did have a strikeout looking, unfortunately, on his first at bat. But here we go with 1 out and Wales on second base. It'll be inside for ball number 1. Just inside, real close. I don't think the pitcher really liked that call much, but so it goes. That's a line drive. That's going to fall. I think that's going to fall. They're going to probably send Wales. No, they're going to hold him up. Okay, they held him up. good decision. He had to pause a little bit. That was kind of a fly ball / line drive in shallow left field. Hard to tell if that one was going to fall for sure, but nice hit by Nelson. That does advance Wales to third, and that'll bring Sawyer Sito to the plate. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Imagine they'll be stealing Nelson to get another runner in scoring position here. Sito. I think Sito, how many RBIs on the year for Sito? 13 RBIs on the season, tied for second on the team to Nelson. Nelson at first, Wales at third. He takes the time. He is thrown to third. Now he's thrown to second. Nelson is there. Wales is going to advance home. He's going to have to get down. No, he's not. He's going to make it. So try to pick off at third. It was a good pickoff move. Wales was back, though. Nelson went on the first move, so he was going as soon as the pitcher picked up his foot to try to throw it to third. Then he did barely beat the throw to second. Second baseman fumbled it, and that allowed Wales to pick up and go home. So Lancers, a lot going on there, but Lancers manufacture a run without a pitch to home plate. So now Nelson on second base with Sito at the plate. That'll be a line drive to right center. That's going to be at least a double. Well, maybe not. Good job by the right fielder to cut that one off. All right. Good hit by Sito. Nice line drive to right center, and that scored Nelson easily. So great job by the Lancers picking up 2 more runs here. Yeah, great job. All right. That'll bring Bernthal to the plate. He had a nice hit in his first at-bat, line drive to left center. Yeah, so that'll hit the power to our lineup to the plate here. Bernthal on his 2 home runs on the year. How many RBIs? I think he's another one that's tied with 13 RBIs on the season. That's the second most walks in the season. That equates to a pretty good on-base percentage at 500. Sito will be going, and he will be there safely for stolen base. Gets us another runner in scoring position with Bernthal at the plate. The call was strike, so 0-1 count here to Bernthal with 1 out. Lancers have already picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the third here, so now the score is Immanuel 3, Spring Valley 2. Sito at second, Bernthal at the plate. 0-1. That's gonna get through. Yep, it got through between short and third. Third baseman lost his glove somehow. Not quite sure how that happened, but anyway, nice job by Bernthal. Another hit for him. Advances Sito to third. And Sito had to freeze on that one to make sure it got through, either as a line drive or as a hard ground ball, and didn't want to get in a pickle there between second and third. But that'll get Bernthal at first. I imagine they'll be looking to steal him to second, and Lillo comes to the plate. Lillo on the year, don't think I said his stats in his first batting, 222 on the year. He's had some real timely hits. I think he has like 13 RBIs, tied for second on the team. Some real timely hitting. Bernthal goes, fake bunt ball. They're just thrown back to the pitcher. So again, Lancers get 2 more in scoring position here. Hopefully Lillo can come through again with his timely hitting as he has this year. All right, so the 1-0 delivery here to Lillo. That'll be hit to right field, a shallow right field. It's going to fall. That'll score Sito, and that will also bring Bernthal around. He's coming around. They did not come up throwing. If they would have, they had a chance at him, but they did not come up throwing there. And so Bernthal was able to sneak in there. Aggressive play there by the third base coach paid off. So that'll be 2 RBIs for Lillo on that shallow fly ball to right field. So 4 runs for the Lancers this inning so far. Still only 1 out. Great to see. So great job by Lillo. Another timely hit, another 2 RBIs for him. Great job. And that'll bring Owen Albrecht to the plate here. He had a line out. Hit a nice hard ball right at the third baseman off a curveball. Lillo at first. We'll see if they send him. They do not. Albrecht squares but pulls it back in time. I think that is ball number 1. Scoreboard has now been updated. Yes, so ball 1. Lillo on first, 1 out. Albrecht at the plate. That'll be throw check to first. He will be back in time. All right, so Lancers are up now, 5-2. Having a big inning here, hoping to keep it going with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll be inside corner. That'll catch it for strike 1. So even up the count on Albrecht, 1-1.
Hey, you're on at 5. Come on, kid. Get around and hit hard. Nobody better. Come on, 5. Good.
All right, the 1-1 delivery here at Albrecht. He squares. He gets it down foul. Okay. Inside pitch, kind of a hard one there. Didn't quite get out squared. Foul that one off to get to strike 2. Alright, so still a little over at the first, still 1 out. And the 1-2 delivery to Albrecht. That will be curveball in the dirt outside. Lillo, nice job. And the second. Good aggressive base running, I like it. Good job by Albrecht to stay off that one. So now we're evening it back up at 2-2. Lillo gets himself in a scoring position there at second base. 2-2, just on the outside corner will be strike 3. So that'll give it to 2 outs, and that'll bring Nikolai to the plate. Strike out in his first at bat. So 2 outs, Nikolai at the plate, and Lillo on second. Trey spent much of a season on the JV team, but called up lately and done a nice job. He hangs off that. Off speed, outside and in the dirt. Good job there. Yeah. Did a lot of catching on the JV, as I understand it, this year. That's fastball in on the hands. Swing, miss. To even up the count, 1-1. And the 1-1 delivery to Nikolai. Swing and miss up in the zone. Strike 2. Lillo taking a good secondary there. Nobody really holding him much there. Yeah, there's the second baseman starting to pay attention a little bit. So the 1-2 delivery here to Lillo. Not Lillo. Nikolai's up and in for strike 3. All right, so Lancers do some damage. They get 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Great inning for the Lancers. Did a nice job of getting a bunch of stolen bases, at least 3 or 4 based on my count. Nice inning for the Lancers. So now after 3 complete, Lancers are up 5-2. All right, here we go into the top of the fourth with the Lancers leading 5-2. So where are we in the Spring Valley lineup? We are at their number 6 hitter, Mason Winger Jr., third baseman. He was a strikeout looking in his first at bat. That's a nice hard hit ball to left field. Little's gonna try to run it down. He's not gonna get there. It's gonna get by him. He's gonna roll all the way to the fence. He's gonna get into second easily. Little did a nice job of trying to get to that one and cut it off. He wasn't able. It ended up squirting past to the fence. He lost his glove and his hat, but he did hustle to chase that one down out there against the fence and limit Winger to a double. So that's a good start for Spring Valley. We'll bring Toby Schaefer, I believe, to the plate here. No. Yep. Toby Schaefer to the plate here. So he's a senior second baseman. He was a strikeout swinging in his first at-bat. The Lancers did check to see if he missed first base. Evidently they had some indication they thought that he might have, so they did try to check him there. He was either the umps didn't see it or they did catch the first base. So at any rate, first pitch was a fastball fouled straight back. And a bunt showing that will be he'll take strike 2. All right, 0-2 count here. Schaefer. And the 0-2 delivery from Wales just outside. That will be a ball. Squirts out of Zimmerman's glove, but nobody not able to advance there from second. So now the 1-2 delivery here from Wales. Nice up and in fastball. Swinging strike 3. So that will be Wales' 7th strikeout of the night, and get us 1 out in the top of the 4th. Wyatt Smith, senior left fielder, comes to the plate. Strikeout looking in his first at bat. Curveball just missed for ball 1. Definitely got him buckled a little bit, but just missed. All right, and the 1-0 delivery from Wales. That'll be up for ball 2. Curious how many different states are represented from people watching the game here tonight, so yeah, might be kind of fun. Put where you're from in the chat. It'd be kind of cool to see. All right, this is strike number 1, 2-1. Now by Wales to Schaefer. Schaefer's, well, now we're on to Smith, aren't we? Sorry, Smith, who's the number 8 batter in the Spring Valley lineup. Oop, in the dirt. That's going to get by Zimmerman back to the backstop. And so, who is that over there? Winger will advance to third. I'm going to call that a wild pitch in the dirt. And the count will go to 3-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Oh, we got Stephen Krause from Nebraska. We got someone from Minnesota. 2 states so far. And now the 3-1 delivery from Wales. Ooh, just missed up. Zimmerman didn't like that one. That will be a base on balls and get us to first and third here. Second walk of the night for Wales. And that'll bring the number 9 batter to the plate here. The strikeout looking at his first at bat. First and third situation. See what they decide to do here. See what the Lancers, see if they can see the still on base or what. We'll see what happens. He is not going. That's a ground ball to second. This could be a double play opportunity. Job by Landon. Yes. Ooh. Okay. So chopper to Landon Hammond. He did a nice job coming up on it. Got the ball, got the tag, tried to get it over to first. Had a little hesitation getting it out of his glove. Wasn't able to get it just in time. So that'll get us out number 2 on that unassisted tag out by Hammett. But it will score a run for Spring Valley and bring us back to the top of the order. Wales All right. Wales accidentally, I think, went for the wind-up that time. And so Spring Valley wisely took advantage of that. And we'll have a runner on second. Okay. So anyway, 0-1 count here. That'll bring Jake Hannock to the plate. He's had 2 hits tonight. And that'll be a chopper to short. Ooh, tough hop by Nelson, fielded it. And we'll get the out at first. So the Spring Valley takes advantage of that leadoff double, able to work him around to score. So they'll get 1 run there in the top of the 4th off that 1 hit, and the score will be going into the bottom of the 4th. Lancers 5, Spring Valley Cardinals 3. So here we get going in the bottom of the 4th. Here, that'll be Tanner Quigg coming to the plate. I see some other comments rolling in. We got Noah Sitto in Iowa. How you doing, Noah? Hope you're doing well. Kelsey wrote about in Washington. Hope you and the kids are doing well. Thanks for joining in on the game. It's always fun to be able to be part of this from afar. So here we go, going in the bottom of the 4th. Lancers up 5-3, and that'll bring Quaid to the plate. Biggs is still on the bump for Spring Valley. That'll be that's a stick the bat out and get a hit. All right, good work. Kind of a one-handed swing on a low pitch. Able to get him just enough of it to land it right over the shortstop. So that'll be a hit for Quaid. And get us started. So nice job by Quaid. And it'll bring us back to the top of the order. Wales already 2 nice hits. 1 to left field, 1 to center. Lau calls him over. Calls him over to have a quick powwow, but yeah, so Derek Wales already 2 hits, scored twice, had a good night at the plate in addition to what he's doing on the mound. Hopefully the Lancers can take advantage of that getting started here with Quaid's hit to get us started here in the bottom of the 4th. Okay, after that quick conversation with Coach Lau, we get to a first pitch to Wales here with Quaid on first. Ball, that will get by the catcher. I'm going to call that one a pass ball. That one was catchable. Nice to get Quaid to advance there. Into scoring position here with ball number 1 to Wales. Wales has had 2 balls he's hit real sharply tonight. So the 1-0 delivery here to Wales. He shows bunt, pulls it back, high fastball. That will be ball 2. Okay, so now the 2-0 here to Wales. Hope he can be a little bit choosy on what he wants to put his barrel on here. shows bunt and gets hit in the back. All right. He will be on first base with that hit by pitch. Okay. So here we go. Runners on first and second. Nobody out, and that'll bring Jake Zimmerman to the plate. Hitting his first at-bat, fly out to center in his second. Gonna give Wales a second here. Looks like he just needs to kind of catch his breath a little bit. I think that kind of hit him right in the back of his, well, of course, back of his right elbow. His pitching elbow. But we shall see. He's a baseball player. He'll rub some dirt on it and get back out there. But just giving him a little extra moment to shake that one off, which is good. Okay. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. Zimmerman at the plate. That's outside and low. Good job by the catcher to keep that one in front. That will be ball number one. I think another state represented there. Bernthal's in Florida. So the 1-0 delivery here to Zimmerman. That's a pretty hard hit ball, but right at the center fielder. Yep. Got a pretty good barrel on that one, but just right at the center fielder. So second fly out of the night for Zimmerman to center field. That'll bring Cam Nelson to the plate. He had a hit in his last at-bat. Stole a base and came around to score. Okay, so now we got one out on that fly out to center. And we're still runners on first and second. That's going to be down the line, just foul. So a hard hit ground ball just down the third base line, just foul. If it was fair, I don't know, maybe the third baseman might have got a glove on it, but anyway, it got by him. In the end, it's strike one. So now the 0-1 delivery to Nelson. Just outside. Good job by Nelson to stay off that one, just off the corner. So now the 1-1 delivery to Nelson. He squares, pulls back, ball in the dirt. That will be ball two. Okay, so he squared, pulled it back. In the end, it's ball two. Now the 2-1 delivery to Nelson. Outside, good job by the catcher again. Keep that one in front of him. Maybe a 3-1 count. You can see the shade has definitely drifted across the field. It just now looks like a right field and maybe second baseman have to deal with the sun at this point. Lights are on here at Carson Park. That is inside for a walk. So that will load up the bases. We'll advance our runners and load up the bases for Cito. He had a nice hard hit line drive to right center. Right fielder did a nice play to keep him to a single. He got 2 RBIs on that, I believe. Maybe just one. I don't know if I have that all shown right in my little book, but in the end, full bases are loaded. Bases are juiced here with 1 out with Cito at the plate. That will be strike one. Okay, so Spring Valley middle is playing back. Corners are up with 1 out, so kind of conceding a run, I guess, on a ground ball anywhere but the pitcher's third or first, I guess. Maybe thinking double play, but that will be outside. That will get by the catcher. That will score. Quaid, he comes in flying Superman style across home plate. Nice job getting your jersey dirty there, Tanner. And so that will even up the count at 1-1. We're going to call that a wild pitch. Scoring Quaid and advancing all the runners. So that gets us runners on second and third. Brings the Lancers to 6 runs. So now the Lancers are up 6-3 here. And doing some damage again here in the bottom of the 4th. So the 1-1 delivery now to Cito. Up and in for ball 2. And brother Ethan's telling him to be on time. Be on time. That's up and out of the zone for ball 3. So that'll be 3-1 to Cito. Can be pretty choosy here. It's something he can really put a good barrel on. So now the 3-1 to Cito. That'll be, kind of got him in on the hands. See if he can beat this one out. I don't think so. Nope. Okay, got him out. So in on the hands. Didn't hit it real hard, but was able to score the runner from third. Wales scored again. 3rd time he scored tonight. Nelson was able to advance to third on the throw. And Cito is out. So on that ground out to shortstop for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Bernthal to the plate. He's got 2 hits tonight. So Bernthal has 2 hits on the night, doing a great job there. Hopefully he can get us another one here. So that's 2 runs for Immanuel here in the bottom of the 4th so far. 2 outs. Nelson's over there on third, so hopefully get him in too. Bringing the score here to 7-3. Lancers are up. That's going to be a hard hit line ball. Oh yeah, hard hit ground ball right down the line past the third baseman. That scores Nelson. Good job, Bernthal. Another hit, another RBI. So Cam Nelson scores our 3rd run of the inning and gets us to an 8-3 score. 10 hits now for the Lancers on the night. Great job there. All right, so Caden Little comes to the plate. He had a big hit in the last inning. 2 RBI. Flare to right field. Bernthal's at first. Tried to pick him off, and it hit him. He's not feeling real great about it. Hopefully he's all right. So that one, tried to throw to first. It did not get caught by the first baseman. It was kind of up the line, and it hit Bernthal pretty square. Well, crowd claps. He's dirty. He's a baseball player. He's all right. All right, so Bernthal takes his lead after taking a little time catching his, shaking off that, getting hit with the baseball and that pickoff move. That's going to be another hit for Lillo to right field. That'll get Bernthal to third. A nice job by Lillo. Another hit. Big hit there by Lillo to right field. So that Bernthal, good job advancing to third. That'll bring Albrecht to the plate here with runners on first and third. All right, so Owen Albrecht comes to play with 2 outs, runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 4th. Lillo takes his lead. Bernthal takes his lead. Nobody going. Nope. In on his hands, ground ball down the right field line. They told him to leave it, but then it bounced off the fence and came in fair territory, so they had to go get it. Anyway, strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. So now the 0-1 delivery here to Albrecht. Lillo takes the lead. He is going. Get ball in the dirt. No throw. Good job by Lillo. So now second and third, ducks on the pond, ready to come home here. 1-1 count here at Albrecht. Another ball in the dirt. Good job of the catcher to stop that one. Looks like some people are asking about the score. I imagine people may not have audio on if they're asking that question, but it is 8-3. Lancers are up. So the 2-1 delivery now to Albrecht. And on the hands, tick back the catcher's glove for strike 2. So 2-2 count. Good cut by Albrecht there. So the 2-2 delivery now to Albrecht. Runners on second and third. Misses high and outside to get us to a full count. A lot of pitches here for Biggs this inning, last 2 innings. I imagine he's going to be creeping up close to the limit here. I doubt he's going to be able to go too much farther. A lot of pitches. Pitch count limits are 100 now these days. A little bit different than back in the day when I played, where they just threw you till your arm was about ready to fall off, but that was fun. All right, now the full count here, 2 outs, runners on second, third. Up and got Albrecht to chase that one, so that'll end the inning. But Lancers do some damage, 3 runs that inning. And how many more hits? 1, 2, 3 more hits. They have 11 tonight, so doing a great job putting the barrel on the ball and making Spring Valley field the ball. Spring Valley only has the 1 error, and that was just a advance because it got by a center fielder, I think, misplayed a ground ball. But yeah, after 4 complete, Lancers are up 8-3. That was a quick warm-up by Wales. Didn't even have time to finish my Twizzlers. But yeah, here we go in the top of the 5th. Where are we in Spring Valley order? Our number 2 batter, Asher Turner. He had a sack, bunt, and a strikeout so far here tonight. He's their center fielder. So that was strike 1, but it did hit Zimmerman, kind of funny. So he's taking his time. Nice job by the umpire to give him a little time to shake that one off. Oh, we got Key Largo, Florida joining us here. Starlins up in the zone to even out the count at 1-1. Okay, so now the 1-1 delivery from Wales. If he's going to square and it'll get foul ball just barely. So kind of bunted that one straight down. Zimmerman pounced on it. Was able to touch it dead in foul territory to get to a 1-2 count. So Asher Turner bunted his first at bat, and here's another square. So Lancers got to be on the lookout in front of that should he come to the plate again later in the game. Well, that gets us to a 1-2 count here to the number 2 batter in the Spring Valley Cardinals lineup. Looks like Spring Valley's warming up a new pitcher down the line there. That's going to off speed. He gets a barrel on it. Bernthal makes a nice play. Oh. All right. Well, Bernthal made a nice play on the chopper down the third baseline. charged it aggressively, made a nice throw. They say it was beat out, so that's the way it is. So that'll be a infield hit for Turner to start the inning for Spring Valley. And that'll bring Will Biggs to the plate. He had a hit in his first at bat and a strikeout in his second. This is the pitcher for Spring Valley. I'm trying to figure out who they are warming up there in the right field bullpen, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. But we shall see if they bring him in the next inning. Seems like number five. Wyatt Smith is warming up down there. Okay. So squares in the dirt, gets by Zimmerman, and that'll advance the runner to second. A wild pitch on that one, pretty far in the dirt. That'll be ball number 1 to Biggs. So now the 1-0 delivery. Up and in on the hands, fouled that one straight back to even up the count at 1-1. And the 1-1. Strike. That one had some zip on it. Good pop in the glove on that one. Nice warm night. Wales feeling that. A little extra zip on that inside fastball to get us to 1-2. The 1-2 delivery from Wales. Oh, I got him to chase. Great pitch. Up and out of the zone. 1-2 pitch. Got him to chase that. So that'll be a strikeout. Swinging for the second time tonight for Biggs. And gets us our first out of the inning with that runner on second. So Colin Dykehouse will come to the plate here. Having gotten a hit his first at bat. And kind of a line out to first base his second. That'll be high fastball. Was able to get the bat on it. Probably out of the zone, but he was able to get the bat on just enough to foul that one back into the net. Okay, just missed up in the zone, leaving out the count at 1-1. So 1-1 count, 1 out. Runner on second base here in the top of the 5th. Lancers are up 8-3. Up and out of the zone for ball 2. Looks like he kind of missed a spot there, but he'll bounce back here with the next one. Nice pitch. On the outside part of the plate there. Swing and miss for strike 2. So the 2-2 delivery from Wales. Oop. In the dirt. Off speed. Alright, so that'll get us to full count. Tried to get him to chase in the dirt. Zimmerman couldn't keep that one in front of him. So that'll advance the runner to third. So, full count, 1 out. The shade has pretty much enveloped the whole field now with just a few strips of sunshine coming through it. Spent the night at the Express game last night, sitting out there in right field staring into the sun most of the night. So the 3-2 delivery from Wales. That's going to be a chopper to third. Bernthal, nice play. He's going to get him in a pickle here between home and third. Zimmerman running at. Wales will chase him down. Good job. Bernthal, great play there. Fielded a tough chopper, then made the right play, got the lead runner. And so that will be 2 outs. Runner, hit that one. I don't know who it is. Dykehouse did a good job of advancing to second. All that was taking place. But ultimately it's 2 outs. Now runner on second. And Braden Gregg, junior first baseman, coming to the plate here after walking and flying out to center field. Nice play by Bernthal there. All right, swing and miss for strike number one. Threw that one by him. All right, it's a 2 outs. Threw that one by him. I think I would stick with that. But we shall see. 0-2, hopefully make him chase something here. Nope. Stuck with it, but he got his bat on it. Just fouled that one back into the net. So the count remains 0-2. That will be fouled back on the right field line towards the fan deck. Yeah, last night's Express game was kind of exciting. Express were down 5-2 going to the bottom of the ninth, and they came back and won it on a walk-off grand slam. I haven't seen a walk-off grand slam before. Pretty fun. All right, so the 0-2 delivery now from Wales. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. Got him on the check swing. That will end off the inning. So great job not letting that lead-off hit cause any damage. And so Spring Valley doesn't get any, although they get a hit. They're up to 6 hits on the night. They're at 3 runs. Immanuel's at 8. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Okay, so here, bottom of 5th. Here we go. So Landon Hammett, who was playing the field and being DH'd for, they've lifted the DH, which basically means that Landon is hitting for himself here in the number 8 spot in the lineup to get us started here in the bottom of the 5th. Landon Hammett at the plate, left-handed hitting sophomore. It'll be ball 1. So Biggs is still on the mound. That'll be strike 1. We're warming somebody up in the bullpen there. I imagine he's getting close to the threshold here on pitches, but we shall see how much further he can go. I see Cam Nelson down the line doing some warm-up pitches himself. High fastball swing and miss for strike 2. So now the 1-2 delivery here to Hammett. That will be fouled back and get to the net. So just off the end of the bat on that off speed, was able to foul it back into the net. Stay alive, 1-2. Up to 56 folks watching tonight. I think that's the most I've seen when I've been helping out with this. All right, the 1-2 delivery here to Hammett. He'll be outside. Just off. Good job by him and not chasing that one. That was a nice pitch. Right off the outside corner there, trying to get him to chase there. But it evens up the count at 2-2. So now the 2-2 delivery. That'll be swing and miss for strike 3. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring Quaid to the plate here. Tina got things started for us last inning with that hit to, shallow left field to get us started in the last inning, and he ended up scoring. So hopefully he can do that again here for us, get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. That's in on the hands and caught by the pitcher. All right. So that is, we call that line out to the pitcher for out number 2. That'll get us back to the top of the order. And Derek Wales, 2 hard hit balls, and then he got hit hard. Hit by pitch in his last at bat. But he's scored 3 runs himself tonight for the Lancers. So Derek Wales 3 runs, Spring Valley 3 runs. Done a nice job of getting on base, and the Lancers have worked him around the bases. And he'll be outside for ball 1. Looks like Nelson's done warming up down the line there. That'll be a ball 2. Just to Wales here. 2 outs. So the 2-0 delivery to Wales. That'll be an fouled off, out of play. Yep. Fans are cheering. Something happened down the line there. Maybe some fan caught it there in the bleachers. Don't know. But either way, 2-1 count to Wales. Squares pulls back, 3-1. Yeah, I think trying to take advantage of that third baseman who was playing back a little bit. First baseman's playing back. Wales does a good job of placing his bunts. Trying to take advantage of that. Ultimately, it's ball 3. And that will be a walk. So we get a base runner. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So Derek Wales has been on base all 4 times he's come to the plate. So done a really good job there in addition to what he's doing on the mound. That'll bring Zimmerman to the plate, our catcher. So what's Jake done tonight? Nice hard hit in the first. 2 flyouts to center. So we shall see Wales is taking his lead down there. And they will check him at first. Kind of figured that would happen. Wales has stolen at least one base. I don't know. Kind of lost count after a while. So that will be going. They're going to try. He is going to... Ooh, wow. Great throw by the catcher. That was right on the money, right on the base. Second baseman didn't have to do a whole lot. I don't know if Wales was in there underneath it or not, but ultimately the ball beat him there. It was a throw right on the money. And they got him. So that'll end us in the bottom of the 5th with no runs, no hits. And after 5 complete, Immanuel's up 8-3. Got the time. Okay, so here we go to the bottom of the sixth, or top of the sixth, I should say. Spring Valley coming to the plate here. We got a new pitcher. Cam Nelson comes to the mound. Wales goes to short. They just swap positions. Everybody else is where they were before. And it gets us to the number 5 batter in the Spring Valley lineup. Mason Winger. That's a curveball. Got him to buckle a little bit there for strike 1. Winger has a strikeout looking at a double. 2 at-bats tonight. Fastball outside. Even up the count at 1-1. So the 1-1 from Nelson. That would be strike 2. Cam doing what he does. Working quickly and efficiently. Getting on top. 1-2 count from Nelson. That'll be off speed and strike 3. Good job by Nelson there, getting him off balance. Strikeout swinging for out number 1. That'll be Toby Schaefer. These are the seat. So the second baseman, Schaefer, comes to the plate having struck out twice. That's fastball. Nice zip on that one from Nelson. Threw that one by him for strike 1. Missed there. Even up the count. 1-1. Alright, fouled that one back off of himself. So then we'll get us to a 1-2 count. Nelson working quickly, efficiently. 1-2. Delivery from Nelson here. Off speed. Nice work. That was a changeup on the outside part of the plate. Got him swinging there. So already strikeout number 2 for Nelson tonight. And 2 batters. So that brings Wyatt Smith, the left fielder, to the plate, I believe. Yeah, strikeout and a walk so far here tonight. Swing and miss up in the zone for strike 1. So the 0-1 from Nelson. Swing and miss up in the zone. Strike 2. Way up. Way up. So now we can try to get him to chase something. Off speed. Nice pitch. Off speed. Low in the zone. Got him out on his front foot. 3 up. 3 down. 3 Ks. Great start by Nelson. And that gets us through to the bottom of the 6th. With the Lancers up. 8-3. Well, going into the bottom of the 6th now. Biggs is still on the mound, so still under the threshold. So it must be getting close to it. Had a pretty efficient last inning. That probably helped quite a bit. But yeah, it's turned out to be a beautiful night here at Carson Park. A little bit of light breeze. It's cooled down now a little bit. Now the sun's below the horizon, and just a nice night for baseball. So Jake Zimmerman comes to the plate. He was on base, or he's at the plate when Wales got thrown out stealing in the second, so he gets to come back up again. That bat last inning does not count, and he'll get us started here in the bottom of the sixth. And that's going to be a chopper to third. Third baseman fields it well. Does not throw very hard, but gets it there. Gets it there in time to get Zimmerman out for the first out of the inning. Not sure if that one came off a little weird off third baseman's hand or what, but did the job and got the first out. One pitch, one out, and Nelson will get us going here, hopefully. And he is one hit and a walk and a strikeout here tonight. That's up in the zone, just missing. Looks like Biggs wanted that one. Curveball up in the zone, did not get it. So 1-0 delivery to Nelson. That'll be in and miss. Almost hit Nelson. That'll get us to a 2-0 count. So now the 2-0 delivery to Nelson. In on the hands, followed that one back. 2-1. So now the 2-1 to Nelson. In the dirt, that'll get us to 3-1. Oh, I should finish my story about the Express game. Yeah, the Immanuel baseball team was here doing kind of a team bonding thing and stayed to the end, cheered him on, got a picture with the batter that hit the walk-off grand slam. Pretty fun night. That would be strike two. That'll get us to a full count here on Nelson. Eau Claire Express, Northwoods League baseball is pretty fun to watch. A lot of college players come and play over the summer. That's gonna probably fall, is it? Yes, it is. Yep, that's gonna fall. It's gonna get by the center fielder. Cam's gonna advance to second. We're gonna give him a double on that. The center fielder kind of was trying to decide if he was gonna dive on it, if he wasn't. Kind of half dove at the end. Wasn't able to get to it. I'm pretty generous. I'm gonna give him a double on that. So that brings Cito to the plate. And he's 1 for 3 tonight with one hit. Looks like we're getting a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That'll bring Elijah Lundquist to run there at second base for Nelson. So one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Lancers are up 8-3. Lundquist running for Nelson there as a courtesy runner. Do that for pitchers and catchers. They're at second base. That is in the dirt. Ends up hitting off the umpire, I think. Otherwise, that one would have gone to the backstop and advanced Lundquist. Ball one. That'll be a strike. Evens up the count, 1-1. One out here. Lundquist on second. So Biggs, the 1-1 delivery to Cito. Off speed, misses up in the zone. So now the 2-1 delivery. That one is fouled out of play down the right field line. Heads up. So people sitting there in the stands weren't paying attention. It landed right behind him, woke him up. So that will even up the count at 2-2 to Cito. Hopefully we can drive in Lundqvist here. Get another insurance run, as they say. Up in the zone, line drive to right field. Cito chase, but it's going to get by the right fielder. Cito is going to advance to second. So that will be a single for Cito, advancing on the error by the right fielder. But yeah, another hit for the Lancers. That'll get us to 13, I believe, on the night. So great night for the Lancers at the plate. And coming to the plate is Bernthal. He has 3 of them himself, so he's been doing a lot of work. Doing a lot of work at the plate here tonight. 3 hits for Bernthal. Great night. Hopefully he can get another one here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Calls timeout. Pitcher was trying to set up a little early before Bernthal was ready, so he wisely called timeout. Make sure everybody's on time and situated and ready to go. Cito at second, Bernthal at the plate. That'll be a hard kick ground ball. He's got another one. Nice hit by Seth, and will not score him. So another chopper, ground ball between third and short, and guess what? Seth gets another hit. 4th hit for the night for Bernthal. Just a killer night. Advances Cito to third and brings Caden to the plate. He's had 2 big hits here last 2 innings. I haven't been keeping track of all the RBIs, but I know he's had a few. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of timing issue there. Pitcher trying to start a little early, so everybody slowing them down, make sure everybody's ready to go. So Bernthal at first, Cito at third, Lillo at the plate. Bernthal, I imagine, will be stealing. He is not. That is behind the batter. Cito will score. Bernthal will advance to second easily. All right, so that's a wild pitch. He scores Cito from third and advance Bernthal to second, and that's ball 1 to Lillo. That brings our total, I believe, to 10. I believe we're at 10 runs now, 10-3. 14 hits for the Lancers so far tonight, 6 for Spring Valley. So nice job of the Lancers, piling on, nice number of base hits, or turned them into runs. Ball in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-0 delivery here, Lillo. Good cut. Fouled that one back. So nice job of the Lancers getting 2 more runs here, 2 more insurance runs in the 6th. That's a line drive with middle. That's going to score another one. Lillo having a night for himself. And more RBIs. We'll just call him RBI Lillo. He's just doing a killer job there. Timely hitting. Another single for Lillo. That's 3 in a row this game for Lillo. And that, I think, will be it for Biggs. That stretches the Immanuel lead to 11-3, having scored 3 more this inning alone on 4 straight hits. So Lancers doing a great job. The crowd gives Biggs a nice round of applause. Senior did a nice job on the hill, really. Lancers just did, we're on it tonight from a hitting perspective, and we're able to get the barrel on it and do a nice job. Biggs, I don't think he had many for walks, maybe 1 or 2. Couldn't 1 hit better, but the Lancers are able to muster 11 runs on 15 hits. I think this may be the most hits we've had this year, but I would have to look that up. Don't have that in front of me. And so here we go. New pitcher on the hill for Spring Valley with Lillo on first. So Wyatt Smith, senior, who was playing left field to come into pitch. He's pitched 16 innings so far this year with a 6.12 ERA, 18 strikeouts and 16 innings pitched. Also had 11 walks and 3 at-batsmen in 16 innings. 0-3 record. So we'll see what the Lancers can do against Wyatt Smith coming in here to pitch. Looks like the Lancers are having Zimmerman warm up down the line. Be good to get him an inning too as we get into postseason play here. Have some more options and keep obviously Nelson under 30 so he can pitch again tomorrow. Hopefully keep Zimmerman under 30 so he can go tomorrow. Give us those options. That's a big hit by Albrecht. Is it going to get over his head? No, he isn't. Oh man. That one was well hit. Albrecht got the barrel on that one, just hit it. Left fielder ranged over towards center a little bit and was able to make the play, but that one was stung. Good job by Albrecht. Nice line drive to left field. But that will be out number 2 with Lillo on first, and that'll bring pinch hitter Grant Bernthal to the plate. Grant, he's anxious. He's ready to go. Umpire is not. All right, he's getting his scorecard. We're ready to go. So Grant Bernthal comes to the plate in the number 8 spot in the lineup with Lillo on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Lancers have scored 3 runs this inning, bringing the score to 11-3. Ball number 1 outside and in the dirt. In on Bernthal, that'll get by the catcher. Lillo advanced to second. And a wild pitch. And the count goes to 2-0 to Bernthal. So the 2-0 delivery here to Bernthal. Outside, that will bring it to 3-0. Trio outside to Bernthal. Bernthal will get to first, and Lillo will advance to third. That'll bring Quaid to the plate. Quaid has 1 hit here tonight. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Lancers up 11-3. Bernthal takes his lead from first. Lillo from third. Timeout by Quaid. All right. And first pitch to Quaid. In the dirt, that'll be ball 1. So now the 1-0 delivery here to Quaid. That's 5 straight balls. Oh, that one's in on the hands and fouled back. Even up the count 1-1. That had been, I think, 5 straight balls from the new pitcher who is Wyatt Smith, but there he came back with a strike to even up the count. In the dirt, 2-1. That will be in, and well, I guess it didn't hit Quaid. It kind of made 2 ricochets. I think it hit glove, then off the mask or something. of the catcher. So anyway, Bernthal advances to second. We're not able to advance from third, didn't get that far away, and the count goes to 3-1 to Quaid. So the 3-1 to Quaid in the dirt for ball 4. So that'll load up the bases for Wales. Looks like he's got the catching gear on and will be catching next inning, taking the shin guards off. And we're going to have either a pitching change or, yeah, looks like we're having a pitching change. Another one here to the 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. So here we come. Play resumes at 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. It brings us back to Derek Wales having gotten 3 hits, or 2 hits, hit by pitch and a walk on base every time, 4 times, and scoring 3 runs himself. So the first pitch to Wales outside for ball 1. Now pitching for Spring Valley is Braden Gregg. He came in and pitched the last inning of their first round game against Augusta. He's pitched 24 innings on the year with a 3.79 ERA and struck out 22 batters in 24 innings. That would be a strike. Catcher, yeah, that one got by the catcher there, but that is a strike. To even up the count at 1-1 on Wales. Bases are juiced to Wales up in the zone. Nowhere for them to put Wales with bases loaded. So 2-1 count now, 2 outs. Curveball on the outside. Was able to get that to even up the count at 2-2. So now the 2-2 delivery to Wales. That's going to slap that out of play. Down the left field line. Out of play. I heard a collective ooh from the crowd, so I don't know what happened down there. But hopefully everybody's all right. That's a curveball inside. So, here we go. Full count, 2 outs. Runner should be going as soon as he commits to going home. And Wales Hopefully we'll bring in some runs. That is swung on foul. I don't know if it's going to get out of play. It's going to hit the top of the dugout. Okay, so ball on the top of the dugout. Go back to our what we had before. Full count, 2 outs. And runners are going. That's going to be a fly ball to the shortstop. Should be caught. It is. All right. So that ends the 6th for the Lancers. We scored 3 runs on 4 hits. So good job getting some insurance runs. That brings us to the top of the 7th. Looks like Zimmerman's going to be on the hill. Immanuel up, 11-3. All right, that brings us to the top of the 7th. Zimmerman on the bump for the Lancers. Wales goes to catcher, and Cam Nelson returns to shortstop here. We're looking at facing the number 9 batter to get us started, Landon Forster, who is a strikeout and got on a fielder's choice, and has 2 at-bats here tonight. First pitch from Zimmerman. He is a strike on the outside corner. All right, so the 0-1 delivery from Zimmerman. In off speed in the dirt inside, evens up the count at 1-1. Up in the zone, got him to chase. 1-2. So the 1-2 delivery from Zimmerman. In the dirt, tried to get him to chase, did not. Leaving it up, 2-2. Just missed. Good fastball, just missed low. So that'll be full count here. That's going to slap foul. Yep. That's good. Did a nice job. Slapped it down the left field line, but will foul. So still remains full count here. First batter of the inning. right, so 3-2. Ooh, just missed. Nice pitch. Nice pitch, just off the outside edge there. That'll give leadoff, walk, and base runner to Spring Valley and get us to the top of the order. So, Mechanic. So he had a couple hits from the first 2 innings. Nice line drive to center and then grounded up to short in his third at bat. He's been up there swinging, that's for sure. I don't think he's seen a lot of pitches, but he's put some nice swings on the ball. But that one's fouled back for strike 1. Spring Valley probably won't be too aggressive on the base paths, knowing that they need to get 8 runs in order to extend this game. So that one's in the dirt, off speed to even up the count. So the 1-1 from Zimmerman. That one's fouled back. I think that's going to make the net. Tanner hustles in. He came out of nowhere. I don't know. Yeah, he hustled in. Good work. But that one hits the net and not able to be fielded, but it does get us to a 1-2 count here to Hannock. So now the 1-2 delivery to Hannock. Ooh, just missed on the outside corner. Real close. Real close. Nice pitch. Tried to get him to chase. Did not. Didn't get the call. So it goes. We move on to 2-2. Zimmerman checks at first. Safely back. So the 2-2 delivery from Zimmerman. Now just misses inside, so that'll get us to a full count here. So now the 3-2 from Zimmerman. Just missed. All right. So he's right around the zone there, just missing. That was a couple of those on the inside corner. So that will be the second walk here of the inning and brings us to Asher Turner, who was a sac bunt, a K, and a hit. I think he hit the one down the left field line. I don't remember for sure, but nobody out. Good pop on that fastball, threw it by him for strike 1. So the 0-1 delivery from Zimmerman here. Just missed, low. Ball even up the count, 1-1. So the 1-1 from Zimmerman. It's going to fall straight back. Ooh, almost went in the press box next door where they're doing the sound, scoreboard, and announcing, but hit off the facade and bounce back into play. It'll get us to a 1-2 count. Good job by Zimmerman getting up now on the third batter he's faced here in the inning. One-two delivery. Off speed missed high to even up the count at 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery. That's in on the hands. He was able to foul that back softly into the netting to remain at 2-2. And again, the 2-2 delivery from Zimmerman. Almost, good fastball up in the zone. Almost got it by him, but is able to get his bat on it, fouled it back over the grandstand to stay alive. So good job by Turner staying alive here with 2 strikes. Off speed missed, so that'll get us to full count. So now full count delivery with runners on first and second here in the top of the 7th. That swing, and that'll get into right field. So that will, no, they're not going to score a run. Yep, they got to play it conservative now, but a nice hit there to right field with a full count. Vance's runners did not score any runners because they need a bunch of them, so they can't be too aggressive. And bases now are loaded, nobody out, and it'll bring Will Biggs to the plate. A hit and 2 strikeouts tonight so far for Biggs. So nobody out, bases are loaded. That would be strike 1. This pitch in the part of the zone. Nice fastball, good pop. So now the 0-1 delivery to Biggs. Strike 2. Good work outside part of the plate. Good work. And now 0-2. Zimmerman is way up. Fastball threw it by him. Nice work, Zimmerman. Got him to chase outside part of the plate. That was good. That was nice. So now we got 1 out on that strikeout. And brings Cullen Dykhouse to yeah, the DH comes to the plate. He's got a hit and a couple outs. Got that hit in the first inning, but since then has not been able to get on base. So that will be ball 1. Bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the 7th. So that's fouled back. It's going to make the net, I think. Yes, it will. So it'll be a 1-1 count. So that gets us to a 1-1 delivery from Zimmerman. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Good work. 1-2 now. 1-2 delivery, 1 out. That's a nice hit to the left field. Lillo will field it cleanly. That'll score a run for Spring Valley. Nice hard hit line drive between short and third to left field. Scores a run. So we continue the same scenario with bases loaded, 1 out. Lau's going to go out and have a quick chat with Zimmerman. Try to talk things over a little bit. Okay, so here's the situation. Nelson comes back to pitch. Zimmerman moves to short. Nelson pitched a very efficient 6th inning with 3 Ks at the bottom part of the order of the Spring Valley. So I'm sure they're going to make sure that he stays under 30 so that he can go again tomorrow. But yeah, he comes back into the game here with 1 out, bases loaded, and who's come to the plate? The number 5 batter. Brandon Gregg comes to the plate. Walk, fly out, and a strikeout so far here tonight. Did not face Nelson yet tonight. That'll be a ground ball, just foul on the third baseline for strike 1. So Zimmerman back at the position that he lived at his freshman and sophomore year, back at shortstop. Moved to catcher this year, but back at short. That'll be inside. Got him to buckle, I think. Batter was hoping that would hit him, but it did not. Good curveball there for strike 2. So 0-2 here to Greg with bases loaded. That'll try to chase. Good fastball up in the zone. Fouled back into the net. Still 55 folks joining us here tonight. Glad you're able to take in a game here. Sun is down, lights are on. Beautiful night in Carson Park. Light breeze, about perfect for baseball. So the 0-2 from Nelson. Curveball in the dirt. Got him chasing. Run. First base is occupied, so no need to do anything there. And by Nelson to get him to chase. For a second out. So Mason Winger comes to the plate. Nelson struck him out last inning. That one's fouled back into the grandstand and up and over. Somewhere. All right, so Nelson back on top, 0-1. 2 outs now. Bases are still loaded here in the top of the 7th. That one is up and over the batter's head, so I missed on that one. Evens up the count at 1-1. Oh, that one's up right over our head. That one's close. I was ready to save Grant's phone if need be, if I could. Fouled just right directly over us to get to a 1-2 count. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Lancer's up 11-4. That one is in the dirt, but he gets his bat on it to stay alive. Now the 1-2 delivery from Nelson. Another off speed, but he was able to stay alive and follow that one back to the net to stay at 1-2. So if you're just joining us, Lancers are up 11-4 in the top of the 7th. That was up in the zone. Nelson got it to chase. Great job to close out the game for the Lancers. Nelson comes in, gets 2 strikeouts. Spring Valley musters 1 run there in the top of the 7th on a couple hits and a couple walks, but they leave 3 stranded. So there we go. Lancers take care of business, win a game that on paper that they should, and they did. Able to score 11 runs on 15 hits. They only committed 1 error. Spring Valley had 4 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. They did that damage early on in the game with 2 runs there. Okay, so I don't know if you heard that announcement, but Gilman beat Bruce 18-2. So we will face Gilman. Unfortunately, the Eau Claire Express have a home game here at Carson Park tomorrow night. So we're not able to play here. So we'll be playing at Fairfax Field on the south side of Eau Claire tomorrow at 5 o'clock is the announcement that was just made against Gilman, who beat Bruce 14-2. I don't know, something like that. They're 10-run them in 5 innings. But Immanuel gets the win tonight. Great win, 11-4. Obviously, Wales, great job on the mound. How many strikeouts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts for Wales. 6 for Nelson. He faced, or 5 for Nelson. He faced 5 batters and struck them all out. It's a great job by Nelson. Wales will not be eligible to pitch tomorrow. He is over the threshold, so he will not be pitching tomorrow. But Nelson and Zimmerman are both available, having stayed under the 30-pitch threshold. Leading hitters tonight, Wales had a couple hits, scored 3 times, on base 4. Who else leading hitters? Nelson, 2 hits and a walk, on base 3 times, scored 3 times. Cito, a couple hits. Bernthal, the offensive night of the game, player of the night, something like that. I'll say it that way. With 4 hits, he just could not get out tonight. He was on base all 4 times, scored twice, had a number of RBIs, and Lillo did a great job also, getting 3 straight hits and I think RBIs on all of them there in the late innings. So yeah, all in all, a great win for the Lancers. Beautiful night at Carson Park. I think we continue tomorrow night for the regional championship against Gilman at Fairfax Field tomorrow night, 5 p.m. The plan is to stream it. It'll be a little bit different view at Fairfax. We'll try to figure that out. Grant and I were talking about ways to make that happen for you all at home. And so that is our plan, to stream again tomorrow night. Reach out and congratulate your favorite Lancer. On we move.